মাধব কৃষ্ণ গোপাল যশোদা দুলাল এসো এসো ননিচ প্রাণীর গোপাল তুমি হে সুন্দর মাধব কৃষ্ণ গোপাল মাধব Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
কত দূরে গেলে দিদি যাবি চলো চলো চলো
Ah Gurve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tarabhaktaya Namo Namaha. So by the mercy of Srila Gurudev and Gauranga, we have come to Niduvan. This is a very, very confidential, high place of meditation. Nidu. This means like Nirvishesh. Nirvishesh means without cloth, without clothes, so washed off. So all of Radharani's makeup, her kumkum, her kajal, her sandal, is all washed off here at the end of the night. These are the Nishant Leela takes place here. This is very confidential pastimes here. We must understand, Srila Shukadeva Goswami, he's saying in Srimad Bhagavatam, Vikriditam Vrajavadubi idam cha Vishnu, Shradanvito Nushunyad, Arthavaranyadya, Bhaktim Param Bhagavati Pradi Labhya Karamam Hridrogram Asab Abhi Noti Acharena Dira. That if one hears with patience and faith these confidential pastimes of Radha and Krishna, then this Hrid Rogam, this disease of the heart, will surely be washed away. So here we are listening with this mood to hear very reverentially these pastimes in this very holy stan of Niduvan. So Radharani, she's waking up in the morning, and Vrinda Devi, she's orchestrating all the peacocks and birds to sing a beautiful song to wake them up. The cock starts crowing, and Radharani, she curses the cock to go to hell. And then the cock stops crowing and she wonders, oh my God, did he go to hell? And pastimes like this are taking place. Vrinda Devi, she's telling Kakati, now you chant your mantra. Kakati begins chanting, Jyotila's coming, Jyotila's coming. Of course, Jyotila means the dawn is coming. But of course it also means perhaps Jyotila is coming. So immediately Radha and Krishna, they become disturbed by this, something afraid. So immediately they begin to get up. But Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he's written a very beautiful pastime of this particular stali where we're in now, in the Swapana Vilas. He's written that one morning, Srimati Radharani, she woke up and she was looking somewhat embarrassed. And Krishna, he inquired, oh Srimati, why are you looking like this? And Srimati Radharani was quiet for a while and shy. And then Krishna, he asked her further, what is in your mind, what is in your heart? So then Srimati Radharani, she disclosed, well, last night I had a dream. And in that dream, I was beside a river, but it wasn't the Jamuna. And there were beautiful banks on that river, but it wasn't the bank of the Jamuna. And then I heard a kirtan, but it wasn't like a Vrindavan kirtan. And then I saw a very, very beautiful golden Brahmin boy, and he was chanting in total ecstasy and weeping and weeping. And while he was chanting, he was calling out, Radhe, Radhe. And I was thinking, is that my Krishna? And sometimes he was chanting, Krishna, Krishna. And I was thinking, is that me? I became very bewildered, but I felt so much affection for that boy. Now I'm feeling somewhat embarrassed at the amount of affection I felt for that boy. And then Krishna, he looked at her and said, Osaki, don't you remember I told you my pastime incarnations in so many different yugas and places? And this is simply one of those pastimes, one of those incarnations. And as Krishna was speaking, his Kastuba mani began to move to and fro on his chest in a hypnotic way. And Radharani, she began to gaze at that Kastuba mani on Krishna's chest, and that within that Kastuba mani, Radharani saw her entire dream all over again. And then Krishna, he said, do you remember one time you asked me that women cannot understand, or women can understand men, but men can never understand women? And at that time I answered, yes, this is true for everybody except me. Because in my incarnation as Gauranga, that I will actually take your bhav and your moods. And at that time, Srimati Radharani, she was feeling very blissful towards Krishna. And then this is a prelude, so to speak, for Mahaprabhu's advent. Radharani is witnessing this beautiful form, this golden form of Gauranga Mahaprabhu through this dream. So this pastime took place in this place. So this Lohavan is a very, very sacred place. And when we come, we can touch this dust, we can pray for these pastimes at the end of the night to be revealed in our hearts. This is actually for the devotees. This Nishant Lila is a very poignant time, it's a very heart-rendering time. It's when Radha and Krishna, they have to separate. And Radharani, she goes back to Yavad with the help of her Sakhis. And Krishna, he's all alone at that time. And he walks back and he slumps from tree to tree in great feelings of separation. So these moods here can invoke the deepest union as well as the deepest feelings of separation that are about to take place when Radha and Krishna separate from this place. Also here is the Bhajan Kutya of Haridas Swami. Haridas Swami was one very great singer and great exalted personality, devotee, bhakta of the Nimbaka Sampradaya. And he could sing so beautifully that practically all the wild creatures, the deer and the birds, would all come to listen to him. And one of his disciples was Tansin. And Tansin was a jewel in the court of Akbar, the Mughal emperor in Agra. And he was telling Akbar about the beauty of Haridas Swami's singing. And then Akbar, he came here disguised to listen to this singing. And at that time, Tansen, he sang a beautiful melody, but he put some fault in there. So immediately Haridas, he was prompted to sing that melody properly without the fault and show how it should be sung. And at that time, all the birds and the deer and so many wild animals, they came to listen to that kirtan, that bhajan. So Haridas Swami is a very great personality, and he's residing eternally in this place. And this is his samadhi here. Samadhi? This is the samadhi, and over where we've just been is his bhajan kutya. And Banka Bihari also manifested over here by the devotion of Haridas Swami. Also there is Vishaka Kund here. We just passed, like in Seva Kund, there is Lalita Kund, which was manifested to quench the gopis' thirst. Similarly, there is Vishaka Kund, which also manifested to quench the gopis' thirst during their pastime. So this place is a very powerful place to pray and beg the dust of all these pastimes, these very exalted pastimes. But to remember that these pastimes, even though we perhaps don't understand the extent of them, but at least we can pray for the mercy of them and for our Gurudev to reveal these pastimes gradually, more and more clearly in our consciousnesses by taking careful steps to follow deeply the instructions of Srila Gurudev. Lohavan ki jai, Haridas Swami ki jai, Vishaka Kund ki jai, Banka Bihari ki jai, Gaur Premanandi.
কৃষ্ণের নৌকা বিলাসের কথা শুনতে পাওয়া যায়। আমরা গানের মধ্যে শুনতে পাই ওই যে অদূরে একটি নৌকা নিয়ে একজন নাবিক যে দাঁড়িয়ে ব্রজগোপীগণ পারে যাবেন, সেই পারে যাওয়ার জন্যই তারা এখন নাবিককে ডাকছেন। কিন্তু সেই নাবিকের মাথায় যে ময়ূরের পাখা, গলেতে বনমালা, পীতাম্বর পরে আছেন আর সমস্ত আভূষণ ইত্যাদি ধারণ করে আছেন। বলে নাবিক কি এত আভূষণ ধারণ করে যারা নৌকা চালায় নৌকার মাঝি?
So by the causeless mercy of Srila Gurudev and Mahaprabhu, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, we have come to Lohavan. Loha means iron, and Lajangasura was a demon that was killed here. He had thighs as strong as iron. Today we crossed over the Jamuna again. So on this side of the Jamuna, the eastern side of the Jamuna, there are 5 principal forests: Bhadravan, Bandirvan, Beilvan, Mahavan, and Lohavan. So this is one of the principal forests on the eastern side, only 5. Very close by is Raval and Gokul and Dauji. We will visit today many places. There's many parts on this side which glorify Baladev Prabhu. Baladev has many pastimes on this side. The Jangasura was killed here by Krishna, which is why this forest is called Lohavan. So this here is Krishna Kund, and previously it was very close to Jamuna. And Srila Gurudev always describes the beautiful boat pastime here, when Krishna disguised himself as a boatman, and there were no other boats around. All the gopis, they were wanting to cross over with all their offerings for the yajna, and only Krishna's boat was there, a very old, dilapidated boat. And the gopis were begging this boatman, they didn't know who it was, to please take them over. Krishna was refusing. Eventually they were begging so much, Krishna said, okay. So then he took them all into the middle of Jamuna. Once he got into the middle of the Jamuna, he was making the boat rock so much, and so many waves were coming. The gopis became so afraid, and Krishna was saying to them all, at that time they realized that this was Krishna, that this boatman was Krishna, because he was pulling such a wonderful prank for them. So they realized that this was Krishna. And then Krishna was saying, well, you have to throw all of your pots into the Jamuna. But still the boat seemed to be sinking because there were so many holes in the boat. And then he said, now you have to throw all your jewels into the Jamuna. But still it seemed to be sinking. Then he said, you have to throw all your clothes into the Jamuna. At that time, Srimati Radharani, she grabbed Krishna and embraced him, and that was what Krishna was desiring. So this pastime we can see in our Govardhan temple on the back wall relief, a very, very beautiful relief of this pastime, where Krishna is rocking the boat and Radharani is embracing him very tightly. So this beautiful pastime was performed here, very close to the Jamuna. So in this area, in this beautiful forest, there are so many pastimes of Krishna with the cowherd boys and the gopis also. Pujapad Tirtha Maharaj told so many pastimes. But basically this is Lohavan, and Lajangasura was killed here, and the boat pastime was also performed here. So if we take the dust, because the dust is what is most precious here. The dust has been trodden by so many great sages and sadhus have come through this area. So if we take this sacred dust upon our heads and beg for these pastimes to be revealed in our hearts, then surely Srila Gurudev will give us mercy to understand the glory and beauty and sweetness of this very wonderful forest. Lohavan ki jai. Lord Premanand.
I request everyone, please quickly take your seat in your bus, और जल्दी से जल्दी आप लोग बस में बैठिए, हम लोग अभी रावल जाएंगे। आराम से, बहुत प्रेम, धीरे, बहुत अच्छा, धीरे।
हाँ भैया, एक इसमें राधा रानी का पानी कूप का वृक्ष सूख रहे हैं, इसका पानी का आप कर दें इंतजाम।
समझ में ना आ रहा है भैया ये अंग्रेजी वाले।
तो भैया आप बोल के
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Vipasindhubhyascha Uditanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So, by great good fortune, performing Vraja-Mandala-parikrama under the guidance of Srila Gurudev, under the guidance of Srila Gurudev, we've arrived at this very blessed and sacred and beautiful place. This is a place of the appearance of Srimati Radhika, Srimati Radharani, the internal potency of Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna, Radha Purna Shakti, Krishna Purna Shaktiman. Krishna is the Supreme Lord, the Absolute Truth, everything is coming from Him, everything. And Srimati Radhika is His internal potency. So by nature they're one, as energy and energetic are one. But for pastime purposes they're separated. So Krishna took birth in Gokul Lohavan, we'll visit soon, and Srimati Radhika, she appeared here. So Rasananda Prabhu, he's related the pastime. Srila Rupa Goswami, he's explained in great detail, he's given the background behind what is related in Srimad Bhagavatam. So this wonderful story, Vindhyachala, the mountain Vindhya, was very, very proud. He was so proud he started growing even taller than Mount Meru. So Agastya Muni came. Vindhyachala?
No, Himalaya's
daughter was Parvati and son-in-law was Shiva.
So Vindhya, he grew taller than Mount Meru. Agastya Muni came, and Vindhya, he offered obeisances. Agastya Muni said, very good. Now you stay here until I come back. He went away and he never came back. So Vindhya was stayed like that. So then Himalaya, he was very, very proud because his daughter, Gauri, Parvati, she became husband of wife of Lord Shiva. So Himalaya, his son-in-law is Shivji. So everybody's saying, oh, you know who my son-in-law is? You know my son-in-law, Shivji. He's topmost of the demigods. So all, Vindhya especially, became very envious. So Vindhya performed great austerities to get a benediction from Lord Brahma. Brahma came, and Vindhya asked for the benediction that he would have a son-in-law who would be even greater than the son-in-law of Himalaya. So Brahmaji said, okay, you'll have two baby daughters, and by them you'll have a son-in-law who will be greater than Shivji. So Vindhya was very happy. So, but at the same time, Vrishabhanu and Kirtida, their eternal parents of Srimati Radhika. So by Lord Brahma's arrangement, Srimati Radhika, she came within the womb of Kirtida, the wife of Vrishabhanu, and Chandravali, she came within the womb of the wife of Chandrabahu. And then, by Yogamaya, they were transferred to the womb of the wife of Vindhyachala. So in due course, the wife gave birth to these very, very beautiful girls, twin sisters. But in the meantime, Kamsa and Putana are on the lookout. Kamsa had already heard from the twin sister of Krishna. Vasudeva took this baby girl to Mathura. He wanted to kill this baby girl like the others. Cruelly threw her to the floor. This is no ordinary baby girl. She flew into the air and appeared as Durga, his worshipable deity. So he heard the voice in the air, and he thought that he'd been cheated by this voice in the air, but now Durga herself had come. Whatever she said must be true. So Durga said, you're a fool. The person who will kill you has appeared somewhere else. And also told him that this very beautiful girl would appear, the potency of the Supreme Lord. So Kamsa, on the one hand, he was on the lookout for Krishna. He wanted to kill Krishna, and he wanted to find Srimati Radhika and marry her. So he sent Putana to kill the beautiful little boys and to grab the little girls and bring them to him. So Putana went and found those two baby daughters, and she picked them up and flew into the air with them. Immediately, Vindhya called the priest, and the priest began chanting very, very heavy mantras. And this disturbed Putana so much that she dropped the girls. So Srimati Radhika, traditional story here. So Vrishabhanu, one day he came out to take bath. And what did he find? Jamuna at this time was very close to him. What find? Huge, beautiful golden lotus. And there in the middle of the lotus, there's one beautiful, beautiful baby girl. So Vraja-Mandala picked up the baby girl because he wanted a girl. Rasananda Prabhu explained that in Vedic culture, the girl is like Lakshmi. So he already had a son, Sridham. So now he wanted a baby daughter. So Vraja-Mandala took this baby girl back to Kirtida and gave her. So therefore, Srimati Radhika, she's often known as Vraja-Mandala-Nandini. Because Vraja-Mandala is even more affectionate towards Srimati Radhika than Kirtida. Now, Narad Muni, the great sage Narad Muni, he's helping Krishna's pastimes. Narad Muni, he's an Aishwarya. He knows that Krishna is the Supreme Personality Godhead. He knows that Krishna has a supreme potency. And he knows that the inhabitants of Braj, they don't know these things. Nanda Baba, Mother Yashoda, they think Krishna's a beautiful, beautiful baby girl, baby boy. So he's looking, where has the supreme potency of Shri Krishna taken birth? He's looking everywhere, looking everywhere. So he's very astute intelligence. He knows, Nanda Baba, he has Krishna as his son. Have to visit Vraja-Mandala. Because he's also king, two kings. Indra, Rajendra. So he came and asked, your wife has had any baby girl? Oh, no. Because Vraja-Mandala wanted to hide, he was afraid. But Narad Muni, because he's a great saint, so in the end he got the truth that yes, actually, somewhere or other, by a miracle, a very, very beautiful girl has come into our household. Narada took darshan. He saw the beautiful auspicious marks everywhere on her body. The auspicious marks on a beautiful baby lotus feet. He knows, this is Radha, this is the supreme potency of the Supreme Lord. He wanted to glorify her fully, but he didn't want to disturb the mood of Vraja-Mandala Maharaj. So he said, Maharaj, I want to perform very auspicious blessing ceremony. So you go and get, he made a big list of ingredients. So Vraja-Mandala went off to gather the ingredients. Immediately, Narada, in great ecstasy, he began to glorify this beautiful baby girl. Srimati Radhika assumed Kishori form. And she benedicted Narad Muni. And Narad was glorifying. Then Vraja-Mandala Maharaj came back, and before that, Srimati Radhika again, she assumed her baby form. So here, this is the place where Srimati Radhika has appeared. Krishna is Kalamiti. He's the ocean of all the arts, and Srimati Radhika is Kalavati. Means Krishna has all the arts, but Srimati Radhika knows all the arts. Gurudev gave the example that it's like somebody who's got a shop where they sell musical instruments and a musician. So Krishna is like a shopkeeper. He's got so many musical instruments. But Srimati Radhika plays them all. Like, she plays the flute much better than Krishna does. And she plays the veena. Krishna can't even begin to play veena. So why is this different? Because Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, Vyavasayapnika buddhiya ekeha gurunandana. Buddhayo vyavasayana. So Srimati Radhika, she's one-pointed. Only to Krishna. So therefore her love for Krishna is so much. And Krishna has so many devotees, all kinds of devotees, even Jnani Bhaktas, everyone. So his love is many-fold. So Srimati Radhika's love for Krishna is so much, and Krishna's love for her is less. Therefore Krishna is so much in love with Srimati Radhika. She's anticipating, fulfilling his desires, anticipating his desires. Because he's the supreme enjoyer. He's totally dependent on Srimati Radhika. So therefore